Hey everybody, Josh RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And I've done a video like this in the past, but I've got new better visual aids now that I think might help some folks versus me just describing it and doing all the weird stuff with my hands and fingers. So I want to do a very brief, quick overview of things like your trailer's GVW, gross vehicle weight, UVW, unloaded vehicle weight, CCC, cargo carrying capacity or max cargo capacity, and hitch and or tongue weight. What do these different things mean and how they play against one another? So we're going to start kind of basic with UVW, the unloaded vehicle weight. That is often referred to as the dry weight of a trailer. So that usually for most RV brands indicates full propane tanks and maybe a full fuel cell if it's something like a toy hauler with a fuel station or a generator. Otherwise, UVW, unloaded vehicle weight, means here is this trailer with absolutely nothing in it, and we put it on a scale, and here's how much it weighs. It's the base dry weight of something. It's a good starting point barometer number to look at when comparing against your towing capacity of your vehicle. So usually UVW of the trailer versus tow capacity of the vehicle. But you need to consider a few more things than that, because you're not typically going to tow an empty trailer. And that's where your cargo carrying capacity comes into play. Anything that is not the base built empty trailer goes against your cargo carrying capacity. So whether it's stuff you put in the refrigerator, stuff you put in the cabinets, your clothes, or water in the holding tanks, those are things that go against your cargo capacity. And that's one of those things where you have to try to estimate and budget what's the dry weight of the trailer plus my estimated cargo load. Now I need to make sure that I have enough additional tow capacity on my vehicle to haul that weight and stop that weight safely. And that's the thing. Rarely is your towing capacity capped by how much you can pull. It's how much you can stop with those brakes and that chassis and that suspension. That's a big chunk of tow ratings from one vehicle versus another. That's why two vehicles can have the same engine, but different towing capacities because of things like chassis, suspension, braking. It's not just what you pull. So we take our unloaded weight plus our max cargo capacity, and that will be your gross vehicle weight. Maximum vehicle weight, assuming maximum cargo capacity. Some folks like to make sure that the maximum GVW, maximum unloaded plus cargo capacity of their trailer, is under the towing capacity of their vehicle. And understand there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, because that means that no matter what, you can never possibly be in an over-towing situation. But rarely do you find yourself with maximum cargo capacity. Everybody camps a little different. There's most certainly going to be that person, I full-time, I desert camp, I have my water tanks full. Great, awesome. You are one of the exceptions to the rule. The majority of people do not put maximum cargo capacity into something, nor is maximum cargo capacity something that you should ever typically need to worry about unless you're going to load bags of concrete mix into something. Again, I acknowledge that there are exceptions to that, guys. None of this is a rule. All of this is a guide that I'm sharing with you. Now, the one that throws people off is hitch weight, sometimes called tongue weight, sometimes called pin weight. And they say, well, how do I add that into the mix? Hitch weight has nothing to do with unloaded vehicle weight, cargo capacity, or GVW. It's a segment of that weight. That is the weight that is expressed off the tongue of the trailer onto your vehicle. Hitch weight has nothing to do with your towing capacity. It has everything to do with your vehicle's payload capacity. So unloaded weight, cargo weight, and GVW, those correspond against vehicle towing capacity, whereas hitch weight or pin weight or tongue weight, depending on what you want to call it, those correspond to your vehicle's payload capacity. Payload capacity is how much stuff, how much weight you can actually put inside or onto the vehicle before you begin to overload something, whether it's brakes, axles, bearing, suspension, etc. So on a travel trailer, typically if you have an appropriate tow capacity, most vehicle manufacturers will make sure that you have an appropriate payload rating to go with that as well. There are exceptions, and the biggest thing I can say to that, guys, I can't field specific questions. You say, well, I have a vehicle with a 5.4 V8. Can I haul this? I can't field that on YouTube. You need to call our guys. We need to ask you questions about your vehicle so we can reference towing guides to make sure you're safe. People never give me the information I need here. I can't answer that via text. So call our team, and as long as you're willing to offer our team the opportunity to earn your business, we're happy to crack open the guides and answer that for you. But back to the point. On a travel trailer, rarely is the tongue weight a serious concern, assuming you have an appropriate towing capacity, due to how weight distribution systems work and how they will redistribute effective loaded tongue weight back onto the axles of a trailer. Now, a quick question a lot of people have is, I see the hitch weight. Is that loaded or unloaded? Hitch weight has to be provided from a manufacturer, dry and unloaded, because they have no ability to know how you are going to load cargo anywhere in that coach. Everyone's going to load cargo differently. That's why two different people with the same truck and trailer combination might experience different towing experiences because of how you each load the cargo differently. Now, a quick note on hitch or pin weight. That spec right there is the reason very few half-ton fifth wheels are truly half-ton towable. Because you could have a half-ton that is, the common half-ton tow package pickup out there has a payload rating of 12 to 1,600 pounds. Some may have more, some have less, but those are common. Now, very rarely is someone who's willing to purchase a fifth wheel willing to do so where there's no slides whatsoever in the bedroom, even if it's just a closet slide. The thing is, think of the location of a bedroom closet or full bedroom slide out. They're dead on the nose of that thing. Every ounce of that weight is going right in the bed of that pickup. And as a result, that's empty. You know, when a small half-ton fifth wheel has a 14 to 1,600 pound hitch rating, well, very quickly, that eats up every ounce of your vehicle's payload rating before you put occupants and cargo in the vehicle, before you put a heavy fifth wheel hitch in the bed of the truck, before you put cargo in the belly of that big fifth wheel passer, which is also in front of the axles, which is also going to nosedive that fifth wheel. That is why very few fifth wheels that say half-ton towable are truly half-ton towable. Someone's going to say, yeah, but airbags. Airbags do not increase your payload rating. They might force the nose of that thing back up in the air, but there is nothing really you can do as an owner to actually increase and prove a higher payload rating on your vehicle. And that's the trick right there, guys. I don't know of anybody that will provide a government-regulated rating to a modified vehicle regarding its tow capacity for a general consumer towing application. If you know of someone, I would really like to know, because I've done this for a long time, and I've yet to have somebody answer that question for me. So, that's why you often need a 3/4 ton truck for a lot of half-ton towable fifth wheels. Exceptions can exist, both in the trailer and the vehicle. You can go and order a half-ton with a crazy bananas payload package that has like 3,300 pounds of payload capacity. You can do that, but that ain't the truck that's sitting at the dealership. That ain't the truck that you're going to buy just off a dealer's lot somewhere. So those are the things that we like to talk about. When I say put the cart before the horse, pick your RV before you buy the truck. Notice I didn't say buy the camper. I'm not saying go neck deep in debt and buy an RV before you finance a vehicle. I'm not trying to smoke you into something like that. I'm not trying to paint you into a corner. I'm saying pick the RV that fits you. Then contact my team and say, hey, Haylett RV, here's the RV I would really like. Tell me the specs I need to make sure I have on a truck before I go pull the trigger on this thing. Then you either buy the RV or buy the truck. I don't care which, but at least you know ahead of time before you get painted into a corner. Because there is nothing like spending, and man, I'm telling you, it happens at least every week or two like clockwork. Someone says, I just got the new pickup. I want to go get that fifth wheel. And we go, you can't. You're 200 pounds overloaded. There's a lot of dealerships that say, just put airbags on it. You'll be fine. And you might find, hey, we don't sell as many fifth wheels as some other dealerships. But we also don't get people hurt. And we don't put people in a dangerous situation. That is not the type of ethics and morals you get from Haylett RV. I meant for this to be like a 4-minute video, and we're pushing 10 minutes now. So hopefully this helps some folks understand. Again, if you're not sure about your vehicle's capacities and you would consider bringing your business to Haylett RV, give our team a call. We will absolutely measure twice and buy once. We'll help you make sure that you do that right the first time. And short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.